Welcome back to our online video tutorials, and this tutorial will be dedicated to room assignments and check-ins. Therefore, we are moving forward into our guests cycle, and we're leaving the reservations department and will enter from now on the front desk. As you will see here, when you click on front desk, it displays different menus here. We can deal with arrivals, in-house guests, accounts, room assignment, messages, and traces. Basically, the first information that you need to be aware of is that we need to assign the rooms prior to the guest arrival. This is most of the time done by the front office manager or the guest services. Basically, if you go into arrivals and you type in your 3-digit numbers, it will display all the guests arriving at the hotel that very same day, which is today, which is the 22nd of March. All our guests are due in on the 22nd of March. However, you can see that none of them have been assigned rooms, and therefore we need to go and do that. Before we do that, again, room assignments, it will give out all the different customers that are coming in here, but a little bit different because, again, this time we need to assign the rooms. So you can assign the room just by clicking on assign, and here again I would like to focus on what we did previously, and that is why it is important to record as many preferences, guest preferences as possible, because when you click on assignments, Opera will take out from the guest profile his room type and his different preferences. Therefore, you just need then to select a proper room, click on OK, to see that the room has been assigned and disappeared because now it's an assigned room. There is, if we take for example Mr. Daniel Craig, and we want to assign him again, it will display that we don't have any room, any suite facing north on the second floor. Therefore, in order to accommodate the need of the customer, you need to erase one of the preferences, and unfortunately for Mr. Smith, we don't have what he requested. So you select another room, assign it, and he disappears again. A very efficient also feature from Opera is the auto assign. So if you click on auto, the typology is to assign. At the arrival date, you can select the features. We want to start, and you will see that it will automatically assign rooms. So out of 15 remaining assignments to do, he was not able to do 2 of them. Let's have a look at them now. We have Mr. Bowman Kurt and Mr. Brad Pitt. Why can't we assign him a room? It is because we don't have in our hotel a business single that is smoking. Therefore, you need to see with the guest if we want to have smoking as a major, okay, or if it's a business single. Therefore, if the guest is focusing more on the business single than the smoking preferences, you search again and you see that we are able to accommodate him on the south view. Okay, and why Mr. Brad Pitt? It's because we wanted connecting south. Therefore here I believe that it is connecting that we want. Oh, there is no connecting single standard double room. Therefore here we need to, you can investigate all these information, or if for example you want only the connecting rooms, you can have all these different connecting rooms. Alright, so basically he was looking for a standard double, so we cannot accommodate connecting with doubles. So maybe if I do only connecting, do I have a room available? No. So it's not standard double, it's gonna be standard, we have a business double. If you assign a room, it will tell you that the room type has changed. Do you want to continue? Yes. And again, if the rate is not the same, here we don't want to change the rate because he requested a standard double and we upgrade him, so we don't change it, and that's it. All our guests now arriving today have been assigned a room. Therefore, if we go into our arrivals, enter our 3-digit numbers, we will see that we have all the guests that are now arriving today and have a room number. Therefore, we can move forward and check them in. Before we check them in, we need to, of course, print a registration card for this customer so that they are able to check the details of their reservations. And if you do so, Opera will give you this message, which unfortunately will lead to nothing because we are operating on trial mode, and therefore the computer is not linked to a printer, but otherwise it would print the registration card immediately. And now that we printed the registration card, that the customer has signed it in order to finalize the agreement of the room type and rate, we can check him in. And Mrs. Michaela Anderson has been checked in successfully. She will disappear because from now on she is not a profile anymore, she is a folio. And if you go into the name here, you will see that now she is an in-house guest, checked in. And therefore I will stress out again the difference, because a profile cannot be built, whereas a folio has the ability to receive billings and postings, which we will see a little bit later. Okay, so we checked in Mrs. Michaela, and now when she enters her room, we realize that there is a problem. You can room move her very easily just by here, clicking here. Oh no, options, sorry me. Remove, and you want to check what other available room you have. So you select another room because, I don't know, the room was too small, or something was not working, or the view was not working, and therefore she wants now, instead of a south view, she wants a north view. So you reassign her to another room. You select the room, click on OK. Now, very important here, she initially went into room 231. If the guest tells you at the front desk that they don't want this room because it's the wrong view, then you will not change the room status, And so you will change the room status from clean to clean, which is not a change. Otherwise, and any other options, you will have to change the room status to dirty. Even if the guest has entered the room for 2 milliseconds before he calls you, you will always have to have housekeeping check the status of this room and maybe do the minor changes that need to be made. So any time the guest has entered the room, consider the room to be dirty. The room selected has a connecting room. Would you like to create checked-in reservation? No, thank you. And you close. And you save. And you close. And now she has moved from 200 to 332. We have moved our customer in. And therefore, we can go into the arrivals, enter our 3-digit numbers, and continue with the check-in of our various customers. Easy squeezy. I hope this was interesting for you. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.